Yes, good morning, sir. Good morning,
Hello,
sir.
this is Dr. Ritraz with you all, and today we will have one guest that she is changing the world with her academic and the research. And we want to welcome Mourai Madam to this platform with a big hand from our side to EDX Talks, and we will have today a discussion with her, and we will come to know about her hobby, we will come to know about her dream, her area of research, and much more about her activities in research and innovation. Also, her experience with our Eudoxia family. So, welcome, madam, to this platform. And please introduce from your side yourself. That is what you are doing. What is your research area about you, madam?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my views about eudoxia. First of all, I would like to say that I am a proud IIPN. That is how I introduce myself. About myself, I am Mo Roy, and I am presently associated with the School of Hotel Management at Shiksha Anushandan deemed to be University Bhubaneswar, and I have done my hotel management. Then I have done my master's in tourism management as well as business administration, and also my PhD from Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. And I'm also associated with the Wiki Rural Tourism Council, heading the Orissa chapter. Wiki stands for Women's International Chamber of Commerce. So I'm a part of that also. And being a student, being an IIPN of Eudoxia, it has given me that privilege. It has given me that, where I can extend my thoughts, my ideas, share my ideas with the research scholars. Well, I'm in my mid 40s and all, but of course there are very youngsters who are into research, and I always believe that Eudoxia is an organization where you get, they form a link between the academicians, the researchers with the industry. So India may be having a lot of organizations, but Eudoxia is such an organization where you can people like us, especially who are working in an organization, at the same time they are able to learn so many ideas about research and all. So that is a very added advantage which I have got, and I've been associated with Eudoxia for the last 1.5 years, you can see. So it's always been a privilege for me to speak, get this opportunity to share my ideas on this platform.
Thank you very much, and big hand for Mourai Madam, because we come to know that our area of research, and we are really thankful for your kind words towards our Eudoxia Research Center and Eudoxia Research University. As we come to know that you are closely working with the tourism industry, you are working in the management, business management, and also you are taking that part in the women leadership in your area, in your state. This is really wonderful. We are appreciating your activity.
Thank you, sir.
The society. Now, I would like to know what type of research, say, in your also you have shared or in masters, that what is the research methodology that like qualitative research or quantitative research, so that the researcher in that particular area can contribute better collaboration better, I think, because whenever we are discussing maybe another from say South Africa, maybe from Philippines, they're watching us all together. And Eudoxia is proud to have the people from 193 countries of the world. So please share your area, your that research area, qualitative research.
Like, sir.
That the
So, as I told you initially, I'm from the hotel management background. I've done my hotel management. So initially, I worked with the hotel industry. Okay. I have spent around 10 years in the hotel industry. Then I am into academics for the last 15 years. yeah, not 15 years, around 14 years. Okay. So when I was doing my hotel management and then shift and then got my job in a hotel, I was working with the front office department basically. So when I was working in the front office department, my interaction was more with the hotel, I mean guests who are staying in the hotel. So first point was customer satisfaction. That was always in my mind. And obviously service quality was also associated with that. So later on, when I moved to academics, I always found that hotel industry, since I interacted with the guest very closely as I was in the reception, I always noted, and I was also working in Bhubaneswar, and just from Puri, you have heard about Puri, where Jagannath temple is there, one of the four dhams of the country. So guests who were on official visits, since I worked in a business class hotel, so most of the guests were coming to the hotel, they were on official visits, but they always had a plan in their mind to visit Jagannath temple. Okay, so that was what I noticed. But that time I just did my hotel management degree, so I always thought if I ever do my research, this will be my point, I mean area of interest. Like, then when I moved into the academics, then I understood I have to do my PhD. So I did my master's in tourism management, and then I enrolled for PhD. There my topic I kept was customer satisfaction in the Golden Triangle of Orissa, a case study on the Golden Triangle of Orissa. So this Golden Triangle, basically Bhubaneswar, customer satisfaction in the accommodation sector, because mine was hotel management front office department. Okay, so it's in the accommodation sector, a case study on the Golden Triangle of Orissa. Golden Triangle is basically Bhubaneswar, Konark, where the Sun Temple is located. Presently, it's a heritage monument. It's considered the heritage monument, as well as Puri. So, guests who visited Bhubaneswar for their official visit, they made it a plan to visit Konark as well as Puri. So that is where my study, that was my area of study. It nearly took me 5 years to complete my study, and I recently completed. And I would like to thank Eudoxia very much, because when I was doing my research, it was mainly on customer satisfaction as well as the service quality that was being taken care of. So I have done the studies, and Eudoxia has I have got that information, the presentation skills, what has to be included, right from the abstract to the introduction. Then comes your literature review. I have done a lot of literature review. Then comes the research methodology, then your findings and discussion, and the conclusion. Eudoxia gave me that platform. I'm very thankful, because there were speakers, global speakers from 193 countries, who shared their experiences, which I could implement in my thesis. So that was very important. In the meantime, I was 1 year, I am with Eudoxia. So, there were international conferences, there were summits, there were live classes, and live classes keeps on going, but conferences, seminars, summits were there, from where I could collect so much information, so much inputs, and how it has to be presented. So that was a very important, crucial, because when I joined, that time my thesis writing, I just started the thesis writing. Plus, what are the important tools that are being used today by the research scholars, that I got to know, like from reference management or plagiarism, how to check and all. And Rituraj sir was very cooperative, because many of the speakers, they have demonstrated and all, but Rituraj sir was very giving us a live demonstration on that. So, what I was doing basically, I kept a laptop at my home. I mean, two laptops basically. One I was listening, and the other I was working on. And one more thing I should feel, that I am always blessed, because the classes that were being scheduled, that was usually from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So this 2 hours we got. So people like me who are full-time research scholars, they are in the universities, but people like me who are part-time research scholars, they have to maintain balance their life, work schedule is there, we have to take classes. So while after going home, I ensure that at least I keep 2 hours, because every day the class doesn't take place, it's 4 days or 3 days in a week. So that time maintained was there, and I could I could fulfill that, I could accomplish that. So it's all a God's blessing. And of course, I feel always blessed to be part of Eudoxia, because there might be many organizations, good organizations in India, but Eudoxia is an organization which has given that platform for people like us, and so much to thank, sir. I mean, if you tell me, I can just keep on saying and saying, but I really congratulate you as well as madam and your team. And of course, your goal is, innovate unique ideas, innovate with your unique ideas, as well as entrepreneurship. Because I teach students who are usually undergraduate students as well as the master degree students. So they are very young potential, if you show them the right path, then they would really catch it up and give their best. So, you all both are very young also, sir. And, that's the motivation, that's the inspiration I always get from, while taking the classes from you. Thank you, sir.
Very much, madam, for sharing. And this is really wonderful for us also to have the comment and the kind words from your side. And we have seen that the hands-on training also support our researcher. As the madam shared, that whenever she is learning, she has another laptop also where she is doing the practice and the work. And I request our researcher that you are learning, then you can keep practice, and it will really working. This is really wonderful. Bring your tourism your experience into your that research is very important. And as we say that to the and since this question is about your personal safety. Do you watch a Bollywood movie or any movie that is you found that this is really interesting and I love this movie? It is playing some role in my life. It is the inspiration for me that this movie I really love, and I want to share some of the stories about that movie and why I love this movie.
Sir, quite a few movies are there which I really love. Jaise, Silsila, Hum Aapke Hai Kaun. You can say Hum Aapke Hai Kaun is one of the best. There are quite a few, because I love romantic musical movies. So, I think whatever work you do, there should be some love, unless and until you love something, whether it's a human being, whether it's animals or the profession or the subject area or the topic, you need to love that. So I love any romantic movies, you can say. I don't see other movies as much, but romantic movies I ensure to see that. And of course, Salman Khan is there, Madhuri Dixit is there, two of my favorite actors and actress. And about Salman Khan, because somewhere I read, he is the person whom everyone loves to love, right from the children to the aged people. So I keep on watching his movies.
That's great, and I think that we are all love that movie. How much and Bibi they were Divana. These are
right, sir.
all-time favorite songs for us. That from our childhood, I think that we are watching Salman Khan movie, and maybe now say whatever the age that some I think that the Bollywood heroes are like that. Everyone they are watching their movie and they are really love them and they are influencing our life. And recently, say so many movies are released and songs are released. So, madam, any song that you want to share that this one is the song that listen, and I really love to share.
Sir, I love songs of Kishore Kumar, Abhijit, Amit Kumar, Shan. You know, these are the, I mean, whatever they sang, I really love them. And of course, the song which always inspires me, touches my heart, you can say, Chhu kar mere man ko kiya tune kya ishara. That's a movie from Yarana and sung by Kishore Kumar. So, you know, that's I keep on always गुनगुनाते रहती हूँ.
Yes, yes, yes. That is really melodious song. I think we really love that song. Priya tune kiya isara. That is really wonderful. And whenever, we have come to about Kishore Kumar or say other, oh, their experience. One more quiz of the listeners. Passion. I have we have also come to your passionate research. Any incident in your life which is amazing you, you become more passionate about it. That you are doing research where you have come from say, tourism industry. Now you are doing your research. Any incident in life which is impressing you, person in your life which is amazing you, who become the researcher.
Uh, Sir, as I told you initially, since I am in an industry which is customer oriented, you know, hotel industry is very customer oriented. So I always felt, you know, customers has to be satisfied. You know, whether it's customer, whether it's a consumer, whether it's a guest, so they have to be satisfied because that is where the service quality lies. You know, once you start a small business today, you know, you can just take your example. You started, I don't know, I mean, you know, I am associated with 1.5 years ago, so you know there were few students and all, but right now, you know, so many students are there. I could see them. It's because of the quality, it's because of the satisfaction you have given them. So I always, my area of interest is always towards the customer satisfaction, whether a rural woman or whether a very rich person, you know, that is where I look. I mean, I always try to find out exactly what they are looking for and how I can maintain my quality. Because you need to know, you know, since in the Eudoxia Research Center, it is not only limited to India. We have speakers from 193 countries. So we come to know about their culture, their methodology, you know, how do they teach, you know, so there are so many things to share. And in that way, in an organization, you have to implement those qualities, you have to implement those ideas so that you can be, you know, you can be better. Like if you are good today, tomorrow you can be better, next day you can be the best. That I always tell my students. And you should always have that urge to learn. Unless and until you have that urge to learn, urge to know, urge to, you know, innovate, that it is not been possible, it cannot be possible. So you should always focus on that. So I always tried keep, since my area is also hospitality and tourism, and I because tourism is one of the largest industries in the country, in the world today. Yeah, you know, like, you know, right from employable, you know, promoting the places, destinations, generating employment, then everything, you know, cash inflow and all. So you know, you should always, it's a multidisciplinary subject. So I mean, that what tricks me, and I keep on trying. And of course, I keep on learning from Eudoxia. Each and every day I learn something. There are many classes, you know, which I have done 2-3 times, but every day when I sit in front, I think I'm learning something new. In fact, I have also a friend whose name is Vireshwar Pradhan. We both are in the same Eudoxia only. So, you know, we try to sometimes, because sometimes I listen, he may not be present, but he is there, I may be absent. So we, you know, we both connect together, and whatever is there, we try to learn. And madam is always there. Sometimes, even if I'm not able to join, she just writes, please join, this is a very interesting class, so these are very, you may think it's a very minor thing, but to me it's very important, because that is, it reflects how you, it's not a question of impressing people, but how you care about them, because after all, it is the quality that matters and attitude that matters. For me, it is always the attitude as well as the quality.
That's great. Really wonderful answer. And we wanted to know about, say, you are having a passion. We have seen about your passion about research, and as you shared, and we have seen your publication also, which I think Bireswar Pradhan, you jointly published your work, really wonderful. Now we are coming to, in different field. We will have, say, any food you love to cook. Any food you love to cook in your kitchen. That is, I really enjoy cooking this one. So that you have that you are really love to cook that food.
I love to cook, even I'm in the hotel industry, but I'm not very fond of food. But yes, I love Chinese food. So any preparations of Chinese, whether it's chow mein, I love chow mein, you can say, and I prepare also well, chili chicken and all, because my husband and my daughter, they appreciate. So maybe that's the, but I'm not a good cook, I'm not good, you can say. But yes, I try my best to give my effort and love in that, so that others can enjoy it. Okay, so that is you can say.
Very true, and we love to eat generally. And as you were saying that chow mein, also the chicken items, yeah, I think that this is will be really delicious. And now my question is somewhat different about the childhood memory. That is, we are all having very that's childhood. Some teachers in our childhood who actually influencing our life. So any teacher from your school, life, any name you want that from here, I really love that teacher. He's teaching style in my life. So from one to ten, you are members of teachers in your life, those who are teaching you. So anyone who was influencing your life.
A teacher who influenced, like in the school life, school
In
life,
the school
yes.
life.
In fact, when I was in third standard, I was studying in a convent school. I was in a I was in the third standard, and one of my teachers, because I always had a very, I don't know, smiling face, and I always used to like, so
Yeah.
so I don't know, I still do have, but yes, that teacher punished me, because you are always smiling and laughing, you don't do your classes and all. But that teacher was the one who used to always appreciate me, the way I speak, the way I write, because I don't know, but others say I have a very good handwriting, people appreciate that. And she used to always, because that time we were in standard 3, so I still remember she used to show my copies to the students. See, her handwriting is so neat and clean, so and I was very stylish in doing my handwriting. As a person, I'm not a very stylish, but yes, my handwriting and all, my way of management and all, I do it in a very stylish way. So she used to show that copy, and she that time I was in third standard. She punished me, but she ensured me the way I did, she appreciated me. So I really remember her. And because my father was in the railway, he retired from the railways. So after that, I moved to Kendriya Vidyalaya. So I moved to different places. But since you asked me this question, I still remember her. That time I was in standard 3. So the thing is that she punished me, but at the same time, she appreciated me for my good work, So I still, and the way she used to speak, because I would rather say one of my weakness is people who can speak well, sir, because I really like to learn the orating skill. And you really, I also am a fan of yours, the way you speak, the way you deliver your classes. There may be many good teachers, but your presentation skill has to be very important, so she was a very good presenter, I remember. And so do you, sir. I told her I have been to so many schools, colleges and all. Presently, I am a student of your organization also. So you are, I'm also a fan of yours, the way you present. That's very important.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, madam, for your appreciation. And you have shared this incident that is really. And we are also facing sometimes. I am also like that. I am carrying my teacher also asking me one day, but you were smiling only or you are reading also, you are writing or not. Then I'm saying, no, sir, I have completed. And only that my face is like that, I am smiling. I'm not that looking at you actually. So that is something is happening. Now, that's really wonderful experience. We have to come to some basic science. We will have two options. Madam will need to say and that you like why. So my first is option tea or coffee and
Sir, that's a, I mean, critical question for me because neither do I take tea nor do I take coffee. Because, okay, because that also has a story behind. Because some 20 years ago, I just passing out from my hotel management, I went to Khandala for an interview. I got through that interview, but the last sip of tea I had over there, I just vomited something. Then I was, diagnosed like I was having jaundice. So that was the last time I had taken tea. After that, I haven't taken tea or coffee. So you can see, none of this right now I do. Okay, sir.
wonderful answer. And now my next question is that the subject of adult life. Which one is your favorite and why?
Uh, Childhood life was more, nice because you didn't have responsibilities. You did whatever you loved and all. So of course, I'm in childhood life, but of course there are advantages, disadvantages of both the life. So I would rather choose childhood life.
Wonderful. And the romance and having some with their pair and what is your favorite dog or cat? Why?
Uh, my favorites are both cats as well as dog because both I had pet. Cat also I had, and presently I have a dog. And I think you need to have, somewhere I read it is very necessary that you should have a pet because somewhere you can express your love towards them. I think cats or dogs are far better than human beings at times. I feel so. You can say both 50-50, sir.
Yes.
I love both.
We should keep our animal love also because that in this we share the message to the people those who love animal and they can take care at least for animal also because as a human we have this responsibility. So now my next question is that Western outfit or traditional outfit, which one?
For me, it's traditional outfit. Okay, because I am an Indian, so I would always prefer to be in a traditional. But yes, whatever outfit you do wear, whether it's Western or traditional, the best thing is how you present yourself, how you carry yourself. That is very important for me. And I think in tradition, I can carry myself better than I can do in Western. So for me, it's always traditional.
That is also great. And as the Indian woman, we have seen that they always prefer the Indian traditional look and they are wearing more about the Indian dresses. And my last part, I want to know that book or documentary, which one you prefer more?
For me, for my generation, I would say book, because wherever you go, wherever you want, you can just access that book. Okay, if you have, and I always do carry, whether it's a magazine or whether it's a newspaper or any materials or whether it's a journal. So, that is more, I find if you ask me, for me, book is there. But I have, movies are also great because you can see exactly visualize. In book you just read and then you visualize it. Book is for me the favorite.
Thank you very much for sharing, and that was really wonderful discussion. And I think that, Madam, every answer will inspire our researcher and academician. We have to come to know that Madam is working in the field of management, in the field of tourism, hotel management especially, and those who are writing their paper, maybe from different countries, if they want to know about, the Indian, that how it is going on in the country India, about the tourism industry, about the management, of course, they can connect with you through us, and this is the great researcher, because collaboration worked all over to intensify the distance. Now, finally, we are coming to the end of the discussion. So one message is done. All the researchers and academicians, those who are the young researchers, those who are the academics, and we are having lots of new kind of academic create that numbers of that so in this scenario, how you want to encourage them for their research? One message.
For the young researchers, I would, first thing is like you need to read, and read. That is very important. Second thing is, you have to be very innovative, because, some people, they always have the copying from others. That should not be there. You should have your own identity. You should be a innovative. Maybe it will take some time to get the recognition, but yes, you should be innovative. That is what matters. And I just at this juncture, I just want to quote something what Mr. Churchill has said: success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage that counts. So, well, in research, there may be rejection of papers and all, but yes, you should have that courage. You should move on. So that what it counts, and that's my message to all the researchers, young researchers, because from each and every one there is something to learn. And as a teacher, I always learn from it's not that I always teach my students. At the same time, I also learn from my students. And I'm very thankful to Eudoxia for giving me this an opportunity. And thank you, madam. Madam has been very supportive. Sir is always there. And you all are, motivation, inspiration, so that other researchers, young researchers, they can also be entrepreneurs, and that what we should learn from this organization. And I always feel very privileged to be a part of Eudoxia research team. I mean, being a student, being an IAPN, and always I pray to God that you reach the success of pinnacle, and we are glad that so that we can also inform other youngsters, researchers to be a part of Eudoxia. I mean, it's a benefit to the individual as well as benefit to the society.
Thank you very much. Message, and I would like to request everyone to give the big hand for the first batch of these praising people to be in with. You have seen kind words, you have seen your inspiration. We are doing, we have to our to reach our destination. Numbers at stake. Numbers at stake for asking love the statement, and we should never give up. Maybe rejections, numbers of rejections while you are submitting. Numbers of time people may criticize you. It is like that, may not, the people may not accept your performance, but you have to keep faith on you, trust on yourself. And we are appreciating your time and your contribution. I hope that you will inspire the world, and you will share your with the academy. Very much, madam, for your time and for your presence. Namaste from India, and we are really grateful to you. We again in this kind of conversation in future. Thank you very much. So we have seen that Madam, academicians and the researchers of the world, those who want to take part in the EDX talks, and they can come and join their hand with us, our Eudoxia family. We are always ready to support you. And as the proud IIP, and today we have made Moroy Madam International Innovator. Yes, IIP stand for International Innovation Program. And in IIP, the researcher are getting the more and more support from the international expert, international speaker. I hope that this kind of conversation will inspire our researchers to do their more research and more innovation. Thank you, everyone, and namaste from India.